time she takes the court, you know what you're going to get, that consistent elite player. Here we go.
Number one underway, and Kaitlyn Christian right away sides out Kaitlyn Parenteau.
0-0. Side out.
Beautiful. Career record of 156 to 61, a 71.9 win percentage. In any other sport, any other discipline, that is an obscene percentage. And Parenteau in the flesh, getting it done here on championship court.
One of the fastest players, great with her footwork. Swift with her defense.
1-0.
Top two players from each pool will advance to Saturday's semifinal. Every point counts, every match counts. This is our last women's singles match of the day. We'll have two more for you tomorrow in singles. We go men's doubles after this, and then turn our attention to mixed and gender doubles after that.
Side out.
Third attempt cross court, aiming for the backhand side of Kaitlyn Christian. No dice for Kaitlyn Parenteau.
0-2.
Oh my, what a gets from Parenteau. Warned you about the defense, there it is.
That's a textbook fantastic get. Just perfect example of hustle into position and take your time with your shot. Gets that checkmate cross-court backhand winner. So good.
Side out.
Still resonating on it. That last point was, for me, point of the day so far. That was an epic get.
Kaitlyn Parenteau has Mary Brasha tomorrow. Kaitlyn Christian will square off against Georgia Johnson, the other two members of the Ernie pool. And when you're in a round-robin format with the fellow top 8 players in the league, makes for a dogfight each day. That's wide.
One, two. Side out.
Next opportunity at the service line. This is the only division Kaitlyn Christian will be participating here in San Clemente. Resides not too far from here, 67% win percentage. Not too shabby for one of the newer pros. And right to the corner she goes, Kaitlyn Christian, the ultimate competitor. Kaitlyn Christian has been so close to getting gold this year several times. Started the year in Austin, making a final. Lost that one to Judith Castillo.
Point.
Made two more finals after that. In August, fell short to Brooke Buckner and Kate Fahey.
2-2. Point.
Well played by Christian. Takes back a 1-point lead in game one.
Three, two.
Wow. Feathery touch, feathery drop from Kaitlyn Christian. 4-2 lead. Yeah, slow start, but hasn't looked back since the comeback started. And another one, 6-2 lead for Christian.
Some of these matches between these ladies has, you know, been a battle of the coaches, battle of insights, making adjustments, counter adjustments, and what to do when this person starts to adapt to this. So these ladies have played before, and extensive notes on both sides.
Seven, two.
Wow.
Point.
Just stomping on Kaitlyn Parenteau now. 6-point lead for Christian after trailing 2-0, has rattled off 8 straight points.
Side out. Two, eight.
That's a clean winner for Kaitlyn Parenteau. Rolled that one back. That was beautiful. Kaitlyn Parenteau, a story of perseverance as well. 30 years old, redefined her game to stay at the top.
Let. A recall. 3-8. Point. Four, 8.
Heavy rip. And here comes Kaitlyn Parenteau, rattling off 3 straight points, causing the timeout called now on Kaitlyn Christian in the top 8.
Time in. 5-8.
Oh, yeah.
Side out.
One of our longer rallies. Impressive spots.
8-5.
Oh, wow. Swift move from Kaitlyn Parenteau. Gets a skip off the tape, but that was a well-placed strategic touch.
Yeah, it was a good defensive option from Kaitlyn Christian, but when Parenteau has an option like that, it's tough.
Side out.
And the shot lined up that she wanted would have been a winner, but instead goes into the net. Kaitlyn Christian takes back the serve, a couple of steps back from the line. And deep on the serve as well. A couple of missed serves now for Christian. Keep an eye on that.
Five, 8.
Wow, that's pretty. Cross-court winner for Kaitlyn Parenteau. Another look at it.
6-8. Point. Seven, 8. Side out. Eight, 7.
Oh, My goodness, Christian almost got there. What a point. Both sides scrambling to get a hold of some great shots.
Kaitlyn Christian serving that one and being able to take the net first because that serve was so good. But the Parenteau game knowledge just comes out on top in that cat and mouse situation.
7-8. Point.
There for the volley.
Beautiful. Parenteau ties it up. 8 points apiece. Anyone's game now.
Eight. Point.
Slipped off the paddle of Christian.
Receiver, 9-8.
Kaitlyn Parenteau captures a 1-point lead at a crucial
10-8.
And it's sticking the point. It's wide though. Kaitlyn Parenteau takes the first. 11-8. CP looking to get back on top to her winning ways. We're gonna step aside for just a moment. Parenteau with a chance to get out the door in far from San Clemente. She'll be our first server in game 2, looking to respond after Parenteau stormed her way back in game 1. Christian rattled off 8 straight and then was denied a point beyond that run.
0-0.
Ooh, assertive volley from Christian. She went for it and missed it. Good thing. That was well wide from Parenteau.
0-0. Side out. Zero. Side out.
These two have met 3 times this season. This will be the 4th. Kaitlyn Parenteau has won 2. Christian 1-1. That's wide. Kaitlyn Christian took a win over Kaitlyn Parenteau. It required 3 games, but it was in Kansas City in early August. Match that took place between these two in May. Kaitlyn took in 3, so it's been a back and forth battle. Nice play from Christian to spread the field. Finally a ball out of reach for Parenteau. She's been tracking down nearly everything that Kaitlyn Christian has thrown her way.
0-0.
Ooh, wild volley for Kaitlyn Parenteau.
That's the sharp, quick points that are going in favor of Kaitlyn Christian.
1-0. Point.
Shoveled it wide again, Parenteau did. Kaitlyn Christian on top, 2-0.
And Kaitlyn can elongate the points and
2-0.
make it reach to that
Recall.
cat and mouse
2-0.
scenario. She's coming out on top. She's just got a higher IQ on those deep points, deep in the rally.
What an angle from Kaitlyn Parenteau on her approach to the kitchen, reviewing her swing path after that play.
0-2. Point. One, two. Side out.
She's got a great serve, great rotation on her serve. Might have had her weight going away from the net on that third, but it's a great decision, and the ball path would have been lethal had it cleared the net.
Point.
Deep on the return, that's a heavy serve coming at you off the paddle of Kaitlyn Christian. She's got a unique setup to the serve compared to other players, has a little walk up.
Side out. I won't overrule on this angle, Chris.
Ooh, I don't know. I thought that was well in. Worth a challenge. Did you think that was... Love to get another look at it if we have it from our great tennis channel and Pickleball TV crew.
1-3.
It's working on that. I looked way in unless my eyes deceived me. That ball's well out for Kaitlyn Parenteau. Here's the look. Ooh, maybe not well in, but that was close. What do you think? Wide?
Well, there she is. Yeah, that's pretty. Might be touching the line there.
I think that's in. Why not challenge it, but doesn't matter. Christian on a roll. 4-1 lead now in game 2. Parenteau in some trouble calling the timeout.
4-1.
What a get from Parenteau. Full stretch.
Yeah,
And she got there.
To receive that pace and pull off that shot.
Not many can defend the way that Kaitlyn Parenteau does. That's Christian off the hook there.
You know, a lot of times, you know, it's really getting your paddle to the ball.
4-1.
And, you know, at the lower levels, that comes with tracking, you know, tracking the ball with your paddle, as well as your feet and your positioning, but tracking the ball with your paddle is huge.
Kaitlyn Christian had a lot of court to work with there. Shoveled it just a touch wide.
Point.
And it's interesting that, you know, pardon me for not having the great insights of these coaches, but the adjustments that these women are making are so
Side out.
minuscule that we can't even keep track. But it does keep going back and forth on who's dictating this match.
Four, 2. Side out.
Now back and forth we go. That's been the theme for this match so far.
2-4. Side out.
Missed contact for Kaitlyn Parenteau. And ball right back to Kaitlyn Christian. Playing ping pong with the serve.
4-2. Side out.
Call was wide on the serve. Kaitlyn Parenteau will line up to try and get some points.
2-4. Point.
This return will do it. Parenteau needs one to tie it.
Yeah, and there's the reward, you know. Everybody's told in pickleball, just get the serve in, just get the serve in. Singles is a different beast. And if you want to be at the higher level, you know, it's much more than getting your ball back on the court.
Point.
And depth, such a key part of that story, as Parenteau did so nicely there to tie it up at 4.
Point. Timeout receiver, 5-4.
1 point lead now to Kaitlyn Parenteau. Kaitlyn Christian.
5-4. Point.
Building momentum here. We've seen some variations in her serve, which might be why they are being so successful. She's had the soft serve, you know, variation in spots, variation in pace, and variation in spin. 3 different ways to give your opponent a different look.
7-4. Side out.
Too heavy on the swing that time on the third shot attempts of Kaitlyn Parenteau. What a serve, though, to start out the point. Christian finds herself in a 3-point hole. Wow. From defense to offense, Kaitlyn Parenteau can do it all.
Very nice from Kaitlyn Christian. You know, you want to win the matches, Michelle. You want to win every game. But at a certain point, you know, you got to make sure you keep putting points on the board. I'm curious if there's a different strategy in that, or, you know, if those just come hand in hand and, you know, same ultimate goal. Because Parenteau is going to be one of those players, win or lose against, you're going to want to have a lot of points on your side of the scoreboard.
7-5.
Wow. Fade away. Off speed third from Kaitlyn Parenteau for another point.
Just had that slightest movement to her right. Kaitlyn goes elsewhere.
8-5. Side out.
Wanted a sneaky inside out drop to the backhand corner of Kaitlyn Christian in the kitchen. Couldn't get there. Christian with the side out.
Slicey. And that's it. You know, the tennis players have seen it before. The backspin and whatnot. Someone who doesn't have that background, that backspin is foreign and lethal.
Oh, Parenteau was there on the overhead recovery, just mishit it. Messing with some slice on the serve that time, to your point about spins.
5-8.
Another chance for Christian to close the gap. Nice. Right back at you from Kaitlyn Christian to the forehand corner in the kitchen of Parenteau.
That was a very nice shot.
6-8.
Effortless.
Side out.
Back corner. Great way to prevent.
Eight, 6. Side out.
Little much. Parenteau running out of cushion.
6-8.
It's in.
Point.
Kaitlyn Christian needs one to tie it.
Those are the wild ones, because it's so well within Catherine's range, within her reach, but the placement and the deceit, it just goes right past him. Those are the most impressive shots for me.
Oh, had the drop volley on her paddle, couldn't get there.
Yeah, looking to counter drop the drop. That is a tricky shot, you know. Normally that drop, you're going to use your opponent's pace, but there was no pace there. That's a tough shot. Awesome option, though.
Side out.
Textbook backhand.
See the tennis shining through here for Kaitlyn Christian.
7-8.
Shot. Battle. Wow.
Timeout receiver. 8-8.
Tie game it is. Kaitlyn Christian ties it there with a
8-8.
beautiful touch shot again to the forehand corner of Kaitlyn Parenteau. Kaitlyn Christian takes back her second lead of game two. Had it early and lost it. Ooh. Oh man, a lob of survival from Kaitlyn Parenteau. Christian cranks it into the net.
Yeah, it might have been an eclipse of a lofty ball there. That sun, most likely the culprit for Christian missing that one. She's playing very well, though, here late in game 2.
Final from the start of the year at Mission Hills. Federico Staxrud against Dylan Frazier. Dylan Frazier took out Staxrud at that tournament, if you remember. So that's going to be a fun match. And we'll move to mixed doubles. But for now, it's all match point featuring Kaitlyn Parenteau. Ooh, that inside out third has been troublesome for Parenteau a couple of times in game 2.
9-10.
Wow, what a shot from Parenteau. Started with a beauty of a return, then jukes out Kaitlyn Christian, who read it the wrong way. Match point number 2.
Match point. 10-9.
Oh no.
Side out.
Almost lost her footing. Funky points. Kaitlyn Christian will survive her second match point. And try to tie it up here.
9-10.
A cannon of a volley. Kaitlyn Christian sprung up to the kitchen to close it. 10-all.
I love the walk-up serve, too. It ensures a forward weight. It's just a process. She's kind of a 3-stepper or a 2-stepper. I like this serve a lot.
Point. Game point.
Game point swings the other way. Kaitlyn Christian looking for a third.
11-10.
Gonna get it done with the serve.
Nice return, monstrous serve for Kaitlyn Christian, who seemed like she was out of it, saved 2 match points against to now save her chances of winning the match. To a third game we go from the Ernie Pool at the CIBC PPA Tour. We are just starting game 3 on center court between Kaitlyn Parenteau and Kaitlyn Christian. Kaitlyn Parenteau had 2 match points on Kaitlyn Christian and bailed her out by missing a couple of late at the end of game 2.
Side out. Zero, 1. Side out.
There's that Kaitlyn Parenteau 2-hander. Very unique, one of the best in the game.
1-0.
Oh, what a ball from Kaitlyn Christian. Avoiding any runs early for Kaitlyn Parenteau.
0-1. Point. One.
Oh, man.
Side out.
That's the type of point. I think that's where this match is going to go. Just some baseline to baseline action. That's where the adjustments have led us. We'll see.
1-1.
Even there,
Point.
Christian kind of took half of the court in, which isn't a bad option, but still handcuffs herself a little bit. One of the big priorities is just to kind of keep the ball in front of you, so be a little more timely taking the net. Easier said than done.
2-1.
Oh, and she misses.
Frustrated response.
There's that variation we talked about earlier. You know, taking the net after every serve return, you become predictable.
3-1.
Never taking the net, you become predictable. They know you're not going to take the net, so it's all in that variation. Oh, it does not go over. Game 3. Scoreboard's looking good for these women going into this pool play situation.
Side out.
Yeah, a long way to go, though. They have a series of 3 matches against the other 3 players in their respective pools.
3-1.
Had Ben Johns going down in 2 earlier. That puts him in a situation of potential
Point.
elimination.
Timeout receiver 4-1.
And a celebratory
4-1.
pretty points for Kaitlyn Parenteau. Delivers the fist pump to Athena at her bench.
Truly one of my favorite two-handers in pickleball, Kaitlyn
5-1.
Parenteau. Wow.
Side out.
Very athletic play from Kaitlyn Christian. What a journey she's had. Broke into the top 20 this year, soared to the top.
1-5.
3 finals, 3 bronze medals to her name. Oh, and another wild return for Kaitlyn Parenteau. Saw that in game 2.
Two 5. Side out.
Tough miss here. She'll want a very quick serve possession for Kaitlyn Parenteau here. It's do or die time. Parenteau can pull away here.
5-2.
No.
Side out.
Now it's time to close the gap.
2-5.
Nice play and perfect setup for Kaitlyn Christian.
Very composed in that cat and mouse. Nothing was rushed. She kept her advantage all the way up till checkmate here. Very good.
3-5.
Throttled that last volley.
Point.
Consider the gap closed. Kaitlyn Christian needs 1 to tie it. Kaitlyn Parenteau. CIBC PPA finals. Game 3, as shifty as games 1 and 2 were. Can't quite put your finger on who's got the feel for this one.
Oh,
Wow. And right now, it's Kaitlyn Christian taking hold of some momentum. Kaitlyn Parenteau calling the timeout, what feels like the 8th timeout of the match, as you pointed out earlier.
Kaitlyn
Might have been,
Christian has really
actually.
found something with her serve that is making Parenteau very uncomfortable.
Wow. No discomfort with that line drive.
Two-hander,
5-5.
thing of beauty.
Side out.
1 step forward and a couple steps back. No points for Kaitlyn Parenteau.
5-5.
Yeah.
Side out. 5-5. Point. Timeout. Change in. 6-5.
Deep on the return, Parenteau takes a 1-point edge at 6-5. Kaitlyn Christian letting Parenteau off the hook a bit. Both players trying to mix up their serve and amp up their serve. So final stretch of
6-5.
A lot of points on the board. That's good for both players. Props to Kwong.
Side out. 5-6. Side out. 6-5. Side out.
That's a nice play by Kaitlyn Christian. Hangs right in it.
I haven't been keeping track.
5-6.
That's one of the few times that Parenteau's dropped to the forehand, and Christian was ready for it. Back to it.
Side out.
Pulls it off. Reassuring look to the coach. As if that's what the play called for.
6-5. Point.
It's going to stay in.
Wow. Love another look at that one as Kaitlyn Christian goes searching for the V-Pro flight.
Seven, 5.
Ooh.
Side out.
The tennis two-handed angle comes standard.
5-7.
Oh, drop volley in a perfect place for it from Parenteau.
Finding a good spot to drop on that forehand. Shallow in the kitchen. Makes that.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
That ball down with a purpose.
Referee timeout. We have a
Parenteau
challenge
wants
at
to
the
be
end
sure.
ruling. The end ruling puts us at
I think
side
that
out,
was
5-7.
well inside
See
the
video
line, but
review.
we will
5-7.
There it is. Oh, she gets the drop counter.
Point.
Nasty. Parenteau goes to the well. Kaitlyn Christian pulls off the
6-7.
drop return. Huge.
Side out.
Missed shot and on to the next one. It's not a perfect game.
7-6. Point.
line deflection for Kaitlyn Christian. She was there. And Parenteau climbs back ahead by 2.
This adjustment is more noticeable than the others, you know, attacking that forehand now, putting the percentages up. Sun is not an issue any longer.
Six, 8. Point.
Another big serve from Kaitlyn Christian, earning another point.
7, 8.
That's deep for Christian. Serve back to Kaitlyn Parenteau. These two players battling for the top 2 positions in the Ernie pool.
8, 7.
It's the first day of 3 of round-robin action.
Side
A
out.
simple punch to the corner will do it for Kaitlyn Christian.
7, 8. Point.
Little net love at the right time.
Such an athletic move for Kaitlyn Christian again. Battling her way through game 3. 1 point edge on her side.
Oh.
Side out. Eight, 9. Side out.
Christian is dialed. Locked in, solid play.
9, 8.
Oh, and that one's going to be in, so she's
I
going
can't overrule that. See it?
to see if we can get a challenge from
Thought it was
Parenteau.
deep too. I don't think she would win that argument.
Game 3, I would use my challenge.
Oh.
Match point.
Yeah.
That was in.
10,
Gotta
8.
use your challenge there deep in game 3.
Wow. In a match point scenario, yeah, you're right. My eyes deceived me too. Oh, pulled up on it. And Kaitlyn Christian takes the match in 3 off a close call there. Wow. Talk about the big win over Catherine Parenteau. Kaitlyn, this match went both ways, swinging wildly back and forth. How were you able to get your finger on the pulse there at the end in game 3?
Yeah, Catherine played a good match. She's a very tough competitor, so I need to be on my game throughout the entire match, but happy to pull that one out. I just tried to stay composed and as positive as I could the entire match, and really happy with the win there.
Well, you're on the right track for a great week and a great weekend. Game 2, game 3, something started going well with your serve. Is there anything that you could be willing to verbalize for us on something you found? What was working out there?
You know, I was just trying to change my spots up. I couldn't clearly identify, you know, she wasn't giving me anything on really any specific spots. I kept trying to mix it up, and, you know, she was giving me good returns. And so just keep going for my serve and, you know, give her the kitchen sink, so to speak. So I'm happy with how I served and the way the rest of my game progressed there.
Pun intended. Kaitlyn, the start of this year, you were well outside the top 20, given the lack of professional experience there. But now breaking into the top 8, you have 3 silver medals to your name this year, 3 bronze medals that you earned all before September. What does it mean for you to be able to make this milestone to even get into the final in the top 8?
Yeah, to start the year, I was getting some tougher draws because I was lower seeds, but I just, you know, kept my head down, kept working, and one of my goals was to make year-end in singles, so I'm really happy to be here, and we're playing against the best, so it's just a real treat to be able to compete, and especially at home. Some of my best friends who are on the tennis tour came out to watch me today, so shout out to them. Thank you guys for being here. It means a lot to me, so just happy to keep competing and at home.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations, Kaitlyn, on a great first opening day in pool play. We will see you back out in action tomorrow in your next matchup. Coming up next on Humana Championship Court, it's a rematch of the Grand Slam that opened this